Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on the time you're watching us. Welcome to another edition of Bramble Talks. We are so glad to have you watch us again. All right, quickly, my name is Omoyemi Adeyayo, and I have my co-host with me here.
Evelyn Olanio.
Welcome to this edition. So we have an important guest in our midst today. You can see the smiling face and the bright one. She's going to introduce herself, and I think that's best to introduce herself. So you're welcome, ma.
Thank you very much. My name is Elizabeth Obishope.
Thank you very much for coming.
Thank
Thank you
you.
for honoring our invitation. Evening, I think you should take over.
Okay. All right, you're welcome once again. Like my coach has said, wow, it's gonna be a sweet moment. All right,
Yeah.
so today we are looking at the topic entrepreneurship in education,
Yeah.
and I feel like that's one of the things that is ongoing now. The
Exactly.
entrepreneurship and many educational organizations are already setting things in place and building their learners and students for this 21st century world work,
Mm-hmm.
and which involve entrepreneurial skills. All right, so you're welcome once
Thank
again.
you
Thank
very
you.
Thank you
much.
so much for joining us.
Thank
Okay,
you.
so I think to have it, she's actually one of us here at Bramble Network,
Mm-hmm.
and she's an amazing person. Don't worry, by the time she starts talking, you understand.
Oh.
Okay, can you tell us what is entrepreneurship? What does entrepreneurship mean? And the word entrepreneur, what does it mean?
Okay, I'll start with who an entrepreneur is.
Okay.
An entrepreneur is someone who organizes a business venture, and the person is the one in charge of the business venture, taking the risk and all. So it's like somebody that starts up a business venture, organizes it, and makes sure that the business is running smoothly.
Hmm.
Hmm.
So that's who an entrepreneur is. So we can say that entrepreneurship is like a process of doing that, of organizing a business venture
Hmm.
and making sure that the business runs smoothly.
Wow. I want to be an entrepreneur.
Me too. Okay, thank you for that divination. I think that launched us into what we are discussing today.
Yeah.
Okay, so I want to ask about what are the various skills, like what are the various entrepreneurial skills in this 21st century?
Okay.
In the olden days, let me picture it well. In the olden days, there are some peculiar skills that are common to our forefathers,
Mm,
and now things have changed. So, what are the various skills in this 21st century that evolve?
okay.
You tell us.
All right. There are a number of them, like a whole lot of them, and it's actually like diversification of the
Mhm.
ones that are existing before. Okay, so
Mm.
like I'm a fashion designer, but I don't say I'm a fashion designer. I call myself a fashionpreneur because
Oh.
in fashion nowadays there are a lot of things that you can actually go into. That is even apart from being behind the sewing machine.
Hmm.
Mm.
So you can decide to be a pattern maker, you can decide to be a stockist, you can decide to be a wardrobe consultant. There are a lot of things that actually, but I'll just talk about a few of them. Okay, so let's say just say fashion designing,
Okay.
yes. Let's say shoemaking,
Okay.
let's say barbing, let's say
Hmm.
hairdressing. Although hairdressing today is into a lot of other things too. There are a lot of other things that you can actually go into. So
Wow.
what I would say about entrepreneurship this 21st century is that there are a lot of let me say diversification and a lot of being into a particular aspect,
Okay.
like especially into like for hairdressing now. It's because of hairdressing I'm actually going to this because now have natural hair stylists.
Hmm.
We
Wow.
have those that do braids only. We
Wow.
have
Oh.
those that are into wig production. A lot of things like that. So it is actually what we have before, but in this 21st century we have just diversifications of each of these skills.
Wow.
Wow, I love the
Mm.
spice of fashionpreneur.
Yes,
As
so.
in the spice, I love it. Okay, so I like that's really
Yeah,
amazing. That's
it is.
amazing. We have like different sectors now. Wow,
Yes,
Mm.
yes,
that's really good.
yes.
So, but why do you think all these skills are relevant in this century? There was a time that when you go to school and you drop out of school and then you go
Mm.
to learn some skills, or no, not even when you drop out this time, when you go to learn skills instead of you to be in school, they
Yeah.
believe that you drop out
Mm-hmm.
or
Yes,
you are not capable of
Learning.
learning in
yes,
Yeah,
school.
yes,
exactly.
And now we've seen that these things are now coming
yes,
True.
into education,
yes,
and like they are really part of education
Mm-hmm.
yes,
majorly,
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
but
yes.
maybe
very
because
true.
we missed that part then. So why do you think those skills are relevant in this 21st century?
Um, what I would say is that the reason I would say these skills are relevant now is because there are actually 21st century skills that
Mm-hmm.
everyone needs to acquire,
Mm.
and even some of these entrepreneurial skills will help us to learn more about these 21st century skills.
Okay.
The one thing I will talk about is creative thinking. There's no
Mm.
how you be an entrepreneur. Critical thinking and creative thinking.
Mm.
There's no how you be an entrepreneur and you not be able to think critically because you are owning a business. You are the head of a
Mm,
business.
yeah.
Problems will come. You need to provide solutions
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of other things. You have to have people to work with you. So you have to have the skills, critical thinking, problem solving skills,
Mm.
a whole lot of that. So entrepreneurship will actually make you go deeper into these things.
Mm.
You have to think creatively. You have to know how to solve problems using creative means. You have to look at even to start up as an entrepreneur, you have to have a particular problem you are solving.
Yeah.
Wow.
If you are not solving a problem, nobody will patronize you. That's
Mm-hmm.
just it. So you have to have a particular problem. Okay, somebody is in need of. You have to think, what do people need? What can I do to solve their problem? Then you can actually say you're an entrepreneur.
Mm.
So I've talked about three things: creative thinking, problem solving skills, and critical thinking.
Thinking.
So these three things are very important,
Wow.
and it's part of the 21st century skills that everybody needs to have. And I think incorporating into education system will actually make this children or everyone that is part of the education system learn these skills faster.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow. That actually before next question.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Flipping into my question.
Okay.
All right. Thank you. That was really awesome. That's really awesome. So, do you think skills should be part of the education curriculum or an extracurricular activities?
I think that entrepreneurship skills should be part of the curriculum. It
Mm.
should be incorporated, not as an extracurricular activity. Because if we say okay, let's make it extracurricular activities, the students, the learners, they might not take it so seriously.
Mm-hmm.
They say it is extra. If I like, I do. If I like, I
Mm-hmm.
don't do.
Mm.
But if it is actually incorporated, it would make allow the learners know that this is part of what I should do.
Mm. Yeah. Wow. That's
Oh.
very concise.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you so much. Like you really blew my mind today, and I've learned
Mm.
a lot. So there
Okay.
is this question I want to ask. So recently I read about this stuff called fashion technology. They call it fash tech.
Yes.
I think it's fashion tech. So I read about it somewhere while I was helping someone with few things on fashion and
Okay.
technology. So I don't know. I just want us to enlighten us more on the importance of technology in fashion. Technology is also part of
Yeah.
education.
Yes. Yes.
So I want you to enlighten us more on importance of fashion and technology in the fashion industry.
Okay. These days, technology has been playing a huge role in fashion. Let's take it from social media. From There is no how. Like these days, we do a lot of advertisement on social media.
Yeah.
Uh, Products, a lot of trainings
Yeah.
go on social media. In fact, social media has really helped the fashion industry a lot because a lot of
Mm.
people that cannot learn from certain people due to distance.
Yeah.
I have someone that actually learned from somebody abroad and just through social media. So technology cannot be subtracted from fashion these days. And then there is something we call fashion illustration, where you make pictorial illustrations of your designs. Nowadays, there is this we call advanced fashion illustration, and it is done using the computer,
Wow.
and it's a whole lot that training about it takes like some time, and it's when it comes out really really nice.
Okay.
Yes, yes,
Okay. The idea of this illustration is you make your design
yes,
first.
yes,
Yeah.
Then you, when they order for it, then you can start
yes. You just
making.
produce what
Oh,
you
that will
have the
even
picture.
save. You know, in olden days, you
Exactly.
have to make some materials. Then people like it. Then you now make more.
No,
And
More.
the ones that you've made might actually be way a waste,
yes,
especially
yes.
if people don't now like it.
Like it, yes,
Oh,
Exactly.
exactly.
that's really nice.
Yes,
Wow,
it's very good.
I love the part of fashion because the last time I had the new thing I saw was e-commerce fashion, and
Mm.
now that we have fashion technology, this
Yes,
is so beautiful.
yes.
It's a lot.
Okay, so I think we have gone on this journey
Yeah,
and we have
yeah.
coming to an end.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's so nice to be here again, and it's
Mm-hmm.
so nice to hear from
Yeah,
wonderful
yeah.
person.
Thank
Okay, Mama. So thank
you.
you so much for joining us
Thank
on
you
today's
for having
episode
Thank you
me.
of
so much.
Bramble Talks.
Thank
So
you for
once again,
having
my name
me.
is Evelyn Olanio, and my co-host here is.
Omoyemi Adeayo.
Yeah. So before we go, I would urge us to follow our social media handles:
Very important.
our Facebook page, Bramble Network; our Instagram page, Bramble Network;
Yeah.
our
LinkedIn.
LinkedIn, Bramble Network; our YouTube, Bramble Network. And I would also like you to visit our website, www.bramblenetwork.org.
www.bramblenetwork.org.
So I also would like to appreciate our team members, and these people are so wonderful.
Oh,
They are so dear to our hearts.
really?
Okay, so we appreciate Miss Blessing Adedoja, our camera woman. Thank you so much,
Yeah,
ma.
thank
We love
you.
you. We appreciate our team lead, Miss Odunayo Aliu.
Thank
We
you.
appreciate Miss Bolade Ajemisobe,
Thank you.
Mr. Okpe Okunade. We appreciate Mr. Sheyi Abu. We appreciate Mr. Femi Adekola.
Thank
Thank you
you
so
so
much.
much.
Thank you so much for making this possible. So once again, we will meet next time.
Expect us something big. Bye bye.
Bye.